All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gay World 2020, Mr. Kodie Macayan. Ayan, kamusta po? Kamusta po kayo, Sir Kodie?
I'm doing well. I've been a little bit busy after winning. Since I won, I have not been able to get a lot of rest because after the announcement of the victory for the Philippines at Mr. Gay World, I had consecutive commitments and engagement and all that, which is part of my responsibility as in Mr. Gay World 2020. But I'm enjoying the moment and I'm living the moment. It's been my dream for so long, and finally, I'm not complaining.
Like it's a good problem for you to be busy right now.
Exactly. It's a good problem. It's a problem I have dreamt of having for so long, and that's why I can never complain.
Alright. So before po talaga ako magtanong sa inyo, I just want to congratulate you first for being Mr. Gay World 2020, for bringing pride and honor sa bansang Pilipinas, 'di ba? And also for saying yes. I know na napaka-busy niyo po talaga, and I was so surprised and thrilled for our episode ngayong
Wow.
araw na to. So sobrang thank you po talaga.
Yes, no problem. And also thank you for having me on your show. Like, alam mo kasi my commitment to myself after I won is that whoever reaches out to me for interview and asks me to be on any platform to share my journey at Mr. Gay World, I would always say yes because it's my way of giving back to everyone who had helped me in my journey towards becoming Mr. Gay World. Kasi nga, nung competition ko, it was a competition of really not all by myself, but a competition together with so many people through their generosity of giving me their time of sharing everything that I had posted online because it was a virtual pageant. And it's just my way of really giving back all the efforts of all these people by me sharing back my time to everyone who would like to share their time with me like this.
And speaking of virtual pageant, how is it different po sa inyo na lumaban kayo sa isang competition due to what's happening right now? Kailangan gawing virtual yung pageant. So, paano po yung naging adjustment compare sa isang normal pageant na talagang rumarampa kayo sa stage with other contestants?
Actually, there's been a lot of adjustments kasi I am very used to competing at like a traditional face-to-face pageant. So I had to be very strategic in terms of what I should do and not do for me to win the virtual competition. Since it's a new platform, the Mr. Gay World organization is also new to this kind of platform as well as me. So I really had to think of what I could do best so that I could present the Philippines at my best. First is really make sure that I keep my presence on social media because that's very, very important because now social media is free. It's free to use. You have nothing to pay to use it. So I really maximized its use every single day. And since parang biggest chunk of the criteria for judging is your social media presence, I really had to really be strategic in terms of what I should post every single day. Hindi pwedeng random post lang ang gagawin ko. So if I would like to post something that's random, at least it should have a caption na educating, motivating, and dapat merong sense. It should not be something that could not potentially represent the Mr. Gay World organization at that time. Just really have to make sure that you embody the Mr. Gay World organization's vision and mission, even if you have not won yet. That's what they're looking for, an image, an ambassador of their organization. So you really have to embody that to show them that you're the most deserving, and even in your smallest way, which is through posting on social media and everything, physically, mentally, emotionally. I really had to prepare myself kasi nga, it's very different. Feeling mo okay ka sa personal but hindi pala okay ikaw sa screen because everything just really relies on how you present yourself on the camera. Kasi we will never we never got the chance to meet the judges and the people behind the organization. So you really have to practice your gestures in front of the camera. Make sure that you know your angle too well. Make sure that you know what color of light works best on your skin. Para talagang bonggang plakado ka kapag humarap ka sa camera.
At saka hindi po ba naging advantage yun na since it's virtual, you can put really a good editing when it comes to your video na ipe-present nyo sa mga judges and sa organization?
Yes, it was really a great advantage kasi we did not have to fly out of the country to compete. So all the resources are all here. So ang inisip ko na you either go big or you go home. Kasi nga pwede ka nang magpasabog. So everything that I had in my vision na gusto kong i-present, na-push ko kasi nga lahat ng mga taong pwede kong mahinga ng tulong nandito lang around me. So like my costume, everything in my wardrobe, makeup, my the technical team, Kagandahang Flores, they are the head of the production team. And of course, kay Wilbert Olin, the international director, talagang all-out yung support sa us. Recording ng mga video presentations namin. Kaya sobrang nakakatuwa kasi talagang lahat ng mga vision namin na execute namin exactly how it was built in our minds.
Speaking of social media presence, national costume, lahat yan na panalunan nyo, di ba? Parang hinakot nyo lahat ng special awards dito sa Mr. Gay World 2020. Ano pong inspirasyon nyo doon? Kasi umiilaw siya eh. Parang it's all white. And then when nung rumampa kayo, talagang umilaw siya, which is talagang pasabog yung national costume.
Yes, ang inspiration namin nun is really the Pearl of the Orient. Actually, it was a national costume that we were so scared of taking the risk for me to wear. Kasi nga, it was supposed to be worn by Samantha Bernardo at the Minibining Pilipinas 2021. That's her supposed national costume. Kaso nga na-appoint siya as Miss Grand International 2021. And then it was seen pa sa Miss Supra National 2021. It was worn by Dominican Republic. But what she wore was a replica of Samantha Bernardo's original costume. And so we were working on a really, really tight budget sa aking national costume. Supposedly, dapat meron akong bagong national costume. It was like a sari manok na mas malaki, maraming feathers, makulay to represent the LGBTQ plus community. But since we're really working on a very tight budget, we all agreed na it's okay for me to wear something that people had already seen before. But probably it's a risk really kasi nga we didn't know at that time if people will react negatively to it or positively. But it turned out na positive naman ang reaction kasi it was the first time it was ever seen to be worn by a man in a pageant.
Yes.
And may bago namang na-add na mga eksena si Mama Patrick Isarana, the creator of the national costume. Kaya so far, feeling ko 99% naman ng magandang reviews kasi nakita ko naman sa social media kung ano yung reaction ng mga tao.
Yes.
And syempre nalo tayo ng national costume. So, ibig sabihin maganda.
Correct. Is it the same designer nung sa Dominican Republic or is it really just like same designer but it's just a replica, not the one that you wore in the competition?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Pero pasabog talaga. Ang ganda ng ilaw and how you execute it. So, and of course, since it's the first time nakita na suot siya ng lalaki, so medyo, talagang iba rin yung lakad pagdadala kapag lalaki yung talaga ng costume. So, very well done and congratulations po for the Hakot Award and of course, winning the crown and you also won the best interview. Tama po?
Yes, tama. Actually, sobrang gulat ako dun sa interview, sa Best and Personal Interview Award kasi nung ni-record namin yung interview na yon, we did not meet with the judges. Na-meet lang namin yung nagtatanong ng questions. So we were given a few questions and then right after, tinanong na kami ng question for the semifinals and then the question for the final round. So if ever makapasok kami, na-record na lahat. So lahat yun na record via Zoom ng all at once. And then, nakakatawa pa nun kasi my schedule for that interview was at 4 p.m. And then, I decided to go to the gym at like 11 a.m. Kasi nga parang sabi ko, sayang naman, kailangan ko pumunta na sa gym kasi maaga pa naman ako nagising. Tapos, di ko expect na ang plano ko is to go home by 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Kasi nga sobrang traffic pala. So nakarating ako sa bahay ng mga 3:30 p.m. So parang I only had 30 minutes to prepare, put my makeup on, to get my hair done by myself. And then, yun na nga, yung setup ko. So, good thing my partner was there at home. So I asked him to set up for me the lighting and everything para pagdating ko na, maliligo na lang ako and then, so tingnan ko na yung formal ko and all at bahala na. Basta kailangan ko lang chumukchak nung araw na yon. So, naitawid naman. Naitawid naman so far. Kaya gulat na gulat ako kasi I felt like it was not my best yet. Parang feeling ko I had the time to prepare. Yes, correct. So, kaya nagulat na gulat ako. Sabi ko, ito kayo nanalo. Kaya talagang sabi ko, grabe naman. Sabi ko, parang feeling ko nakulitan si Lord sa pagdadasal ko. Kaya binigay niya sa akin.
Also, yung final question nyo po, you're talking about inclusivity, which is, I think that is your main advocacy. Even, napanood ko po kasi yung local pageant ninyo, it's also one of your advocacy or you're promoting is the inclusivity, especially sa LGBTQ plus community. So how is it very close to your heart?
It's really, really close to me kasi I see that the LGBTQ plus community has been fighting for inclusivity for so long, and we have been marching at the Pride March every year, but then we also overlook the issues of discrimination and shaming that happen within our own church. Something that everybody knows, but we don't talk about it. But it does exist, and that's something that I wanna bring up. Lalo na ngayon that I won. There are so many forms of discrimination, like body shaming within our community, trans shaming, bottom shaming, FM shaming, and everything. So all those forms of discrimination and shaming fall under inclusivity issues because that means that we are not accepting of everybody's differences, and that's something that I would like to let people learn more about and how to break that through practicing inclusivity and acceptance within our co-members in the LGBTQ plus community. Because I feel like before we even reach to that point, we encourage everybody outside our circle to accept us.
Yes.
We should start accepting everybody in our own group first, so that we could be more united. And when people see that us as a group is really united, then they are going to really realize the importance of accepting us.
Tama nga naman, no? Because like, we're fighting for inclusivity outside the circle of LGBTQ+. But within our community, meron ding namumuong gano'n na like, we don't accept them or we are not celebrating inclusivity within ourselves also.
Correct.
So,
right.
That's a very good advocacy po sa galing sa inyo. And also you have this hashtag like inclusivity starts with I.
Yeah,
correct?
Right.
Yes, and
Correct.
you have a short film about this. I just watched it and
yeah, meron.
so ano pong inspirasyon niyo dito bukod sa, of course, that is your advocacy, but why do you think spreading awareness about this hashtag will help you to push for your advocacy?
Yeah, kasi I think if it's really difficult for us to encourage everybody to like have the same beliefs as what we have, but if we realize within ourselves first the importance of inclusivity, then I don't think that it's going to be a lot more challenging. Because if everybody does practice like realizing the importance of inclusivity within themselves, so it wouldn't be as difficult for other people to convince and encourage everybody else about the importance of inclusivity. I thought of that hashtag that inclusivity begins with I, kasi nga sa atin dapat nagsisimula. So if we know like me, I believe that inclusivity begins with me. If it begins with me, then I should practice that and initiate inclusivity in everything that I do, and with every people that I encounter. And if one person sees that, kahit hindi mo siya pilitin, if nakita ng taong yon kung ano yung ginagawa mong kabutihan through inclusivity, then may encourage mo din yung taong yon. Parang it's more of like a multiplicative thing that na wala kang ka-effort na gagawin.
Yes.
Sa ganung paraan lang.
If it starts with you, diba, and shines within you, it will reflect and affect other people around you also, to start within them, to be inclusive. So winning Mr. Gay World 2020 really gives you a big platform, or to the next level, that you can give influence, and of course you'll be a public figure. Everybody will look into what you are doing during your reign. So how do you do your reign right now, especially this time of pandemic right now? So is it really hard for you to really go out there and do your advocacy, or your platform being Mr. Gay World?
Yeah, it's more difficult now kasi had we not have the pandemic now, I think I'm outside doing a lot of work, face-to-face interaction with so many people. But now I really have to be very creative in terms of what are the things that I can do to promote my advocacies and causes of the Mr. Gay World organization. So now, since I do have the platform of Mr. Gay World, it's true that I now have like a lot more ability to reach more people than before that I was not the ambassador of Mr. Gay World organization. So may mga ginagawa ko, I do things like this, talking to different people to promote what my advocacies are through your platform. And then other organizations' platform like Love Yourself, I'm doing some campaigns for them. And other LGBT personalities, I'm working with them in some programs for the LGBTQ plus community. And syempre, sinisegue ko na rin yung mga iba kong mga activities for myself, like my social media activities sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and all that that I know some people are so excited about. So yun yung mga bagay na ginagawa ko ngayon during like the first month of my reign. Pero I do have so many plans for the whole year. So yun, actually parang I was supposed to fly out to South Africa last week kasi nga may event ang Mr. Gay World, but the time is not on our side, so medyo gahol sa oras. Travel requirements sobrang dami, so hopefully maka-fly na and be able to meet the people behind the organization and also help them with all their campaigns.
Yes. Meron po kayong corona? May corona ba yung Mr. Gay World? Pinadala na ba sa'yo?
Unfortunately, walang corona. Sash lang. Pero expecting kami sa Sash na dumating next week from South Africa.
Ayan. Kasi di ba mas magsisink in sa'yo pag nasa'yo na yung sash, or kung may corona, di ba, when you wear it, like, it will really sink into you. Since nangyari siya ng virtual, so medyo iba yung crowning moment na nangyari. Speaking of pageant po, no, I saw you in Showtime. You became I Am Po Gay also. So, paano po kayo nalinya sa pageant?
Kasi after ko ng I Am Po Gay, yun kasi yung first ever pageant na sinalihan ko. Tapos, after ko dun ako na mulat sa other reality na meron palang pageant talaga for gay men. Kasi nga, growing up, I thought ang mga pageants lang is Miss Gay, mga pageant for trans, and then pageant for straight women and men. Tapos meron pala talagang mga pageant na made for mga gay men na pinaglalaban-labanan ng mga iba-ibang mga clans dito sa Metro Manila. Like yung mga clans na named after famous families. So meron tayong mga Fernandez, meron tayong mga Lopezes, ganyan-ganyan. So usually nagko-compete sila before the pandemic, nagko-compete sila sa Cubao and iba-iba mga events places. So it's more of like really a community within our community na talagang if I would compare, para silang ball scene sa post ng Netflix. So parang gano'n ng eksena. So may sarili silang mundo. And then doon ako napasok. And then doon ako na-introduce na meron palang Fahrenheit. Tapos meron palang Mr. Fahrenheit and everything. Tapos naging interesado ako. And then so I joined in 2016 and then 2017. So runner-up ako 2 beses. And then I took like a 2-year break. And I came back in 2020. So, parang feeling ko Pia Wurtzbach ako ng time na yan. Kasi
So
3 beses
three
ako
times ka
sumali.
din nag-try, oo.
Oo,
Very
oo,
Pia
oo.
Wurtzbach, like in your third try, you won and then you get the title nung sa international na, which is parang destined for you that this is your time to get the international title. Kaya hindi ka pala nanalo nung unang dalawa.
Oo, kaya hindi ako nanalo nung sa Pogi, hindi ako nanalo nung 2016 and 2017. Tapos, nakakatuwa pa na parehas din kaming nanggaling ng Pogi ni Kuya John Raspado, our first ever
Yes.
Mr. Gay World. And then, magka-batch din kami sa wildcard na nga yung Pogi. So, nakakatuwa na parang kapag binabalikan mo yung mga humble beginnings mo ng mga bagets-bagets pa.
Yeah. And talagang you're redirected. If it's really for you, it will be given to you on your right timing. And this is the right timing. And now, you are Mr. Gay World 2020, diba?
Oo,
Ayun.
tama yan. Kaya dapat hindi ka lang dapat tumigil sa gusto mo. Pwede ka magpahinga, pero kung gusto mo talaga yun, magpahinga ka, get ka lang ng energy para sa next mong paglalakbay. Basta continuous ka lang kasi darating naman talaga ang panahon kung para sa'yo.
Tama. Pwedeng magpahinga pero hindi susuko, diba?
True.
How was your coming out story?
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I was different.
Nakaranas po ba kayo ng discrimination because of your sexuality?
Hindi ko makakalimutang pangyayari sa akin. Experience ko ng discrimination was when I tried to join a traditional pageant for men, for straight men. It was a national pageant.
Do you receive indecent proposal?
Marami, hindi naman sa pagmamaganda. Meron akong